Welcome back, everyone. It is I, the Oscar-nominated a-hole, and today we're going to be talking about, surprisingly, Kit Harrington attacking people who are criticizing Game of Thrones Season 8. Now, his reasoning is understandable. He basically stated that the reason why the critics can go F themselves is due to the fact that a lot of people put their time and energy into this season, and countless hours, sleepless nights, and people like that deserve, a little bit more attention and praise. And I don't think Mr. Harrington, all due respect, doesn't understand what the F he's saying. The critics of the show are not saying, man, it looks god-awful, it looks terrible, it's just, it looks like it was shoddy, like it didn't look like they put any effort into it. Quite the contrary. A lot of people I'm hearing who are criticizing the seasons this season is saying that it's actually beautifully shot, how the actors are doing their best, the lighting, the cinematography, the special effects and visual effects are just off the walls, crazy good. The only thing that's bad is pacing and writing. It's literally it. And sadly, that is the backbone, the very foundation of a show or a film. It's the writing. The rest of it, the good sweet visuals, it kind of pales in comparison when there's no good writing, no good story, no good characters and personalities, no story arcs. Exhibit A, The Last Jedi. Terrible stories, terrible plot lines, terrible story arcs, terrible progression, terrible writing, terrible dialogue, but nice flashy colors and high definition resolutions. It's making garbage look nice. But to Kit Harrington, he is a guy that I respect. He's a really funny guy, and for him to say this, I think it's just more so the fact that he's been a part of this Game of Thrones, situation thing for a really long time. And he's leaving it, and he's losing it, and so it's kind of like it's become a part of who he is. Honestly, probably more than any of us, obviously, because he was there every single day, a part of all the big meetups. I mean, it's a part of his life now. He is a part of Game of Thrones, and so, if anything, I think he's just going defensive, kind of like how, let's just say, maybe one of your family members did something really shitty, and other people are really attacking them. But because they know that family member, they're like, I feel really personal about it. Yeah, what they did was shitty, but I feel really close to them, and I'm going to protect them. I kind of see it as that type of thing. Am I going to take this personally? No. Honestly, people can have their opinions. Kit Harrington can think that the critics are wrong, and that they can go F themselves. I can understand his point of view, but at the same time, I take the side of the critics, 100%. They're not, no one's saying, oh, we need to go spam Amelia Clark. No one's saying we need to go bully anyone online. None of the actors or anyone. And if anything, people I think are more upset, not only because of the fact that Game of Thrones has been something that we have held on to and loved and longed for this great, awesome, epic conclusion for about a decade now, but instead, and now, not only has it just completely fallen flat like a wet balloon, but I think it's also because people know that the men who wrote this season are going to go to Star Wars, which, in my opinion, this is just me though, is better than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is something I watch, and I'm just like, man, this is epic. Star Wars is something I can watch, and it's just, I can't describe it in words. So, knowing Star Wars in the state that it's in currently in regards to Kathleen Kennedy, Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, Last Jedi, Solo, A Star Wars Story, the box office flop that it was, and all these factors taken into account, the fact that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are going to direct the next 3 of these Star Wars trilogies is a little concerning for me. And I'm even more concerned if they're going to be taking up the Knights of the Old Republic and adapting, Darth Revan and Darth Malak's storyline, if you know about the expanded universe and the Knights of the Old Republic. which I played religiously when I was a teenager, and I still play it at least once a year. So I know the story pretty well, and Basilisk Shawn and all that. It's just, if they do that, then it's going to be taking one of the most popular stories outside of the Star Wars canon, and they could be effing it up the ass. And I know a lot of Star Wars fans do not want that, and Star Wars fans who are Game of Thrones fans are like, please do not touch our Star Wars. And that's why I think a lot of people are also getting upset. I think that's not the main reason, but I think it's an added on bonus, knowing where they're going. And plus, in a way, they probably rushed this season because they were ready to go to Star Wars. So in a way, Star Wars indirectly affected it. But they should have taken their time, preserving legacy, making them look good. But now they didn't do that, and so now it's making them look bad. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Tell me what you guys think about Kit Harrington. Why, dude? Why? Why would you do this? Why would you say this? It's amazing to me that ever since 2016, 2017, the media, the big corporations have just come down and started attacking fans for criticizing their properties. You might own the copyright, but technically we own the brand. If we didn't pay for it, if we didn't financially support you, you would lose the copyright because you couldn't uphold the copyright. You couldn't make anything out of it unless we supported you. So technically, we do own it. Technically. So, anyways, tell me what you guys think about this whole Kit Harrington situation. And, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow night, day, afternoon, morning. Have a great time, guys.
Well, I was going into Harrington Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on.
Well, I was going into Harrington Station to pick up some power converters.
Luke!